Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be how many pages I read a day for a week as a 9-to-5 girly. I do this series on my TikTok sporadically and it always gets it's my most popular videos over there. And I also feel like it is a fun way to show how much I read, because I'm sure if you are like me and you watch any other book content, a lot of the people, slash I think nearly all the people I watch, being a booktuber is their whole job. So obviously it's not always the most realistic to then see their reading vlogs and then, compare that to maybe, I don't want to say our life, but the life of at least me personally. I'm not going to compare that to me because I know, as someone, as I said, who works 9 to 5, I can maybe read less, maybe read more than them. I don't know. Sometimes it ebbs and flows, honestly. I do read a lot, so, and I'm sure I read more than some people with a 9 to 5, less than some people with a 9 to 5. It's such a big spectrum. It really doesn't matter how much you read, as long as you're reading and you're getting enjoyment out of it and you're happy with the number that you personally read. That's all that matters. I'm very happy. I feel like I read a lot. I try to prioritize it, but also not make it like my whole life outside of work. So it's definitely a balance, but yeah. So yeah, as I said, I work a 9 to 5, so I definitely do try to prioritize staying off my phone outside of work. I suck at that. I actually suck at it so bad, but it is a goal that's always in my brain. So reading does really help with that. And one way I really try to kind of do that is having a set time. I know before I go to bed, as long as I haven't doom scrolled and I need to fall asleep ASAP, I try to read a bit before bed every night. I was getting into a good rhythm, so I didn't want to get back into it of waking up early every morning. Just having a few, it could just be 30 minutes to myself before having to get ready and go to work, where I was just reading, and that was so nice. So I really need to get back to that. It's always a way. You get a good routine and then you go on a trip and you come back, and it takes so long for me to jump back into the routine. So tomorrow I will. This morning I slept through all my alarms, so I actually didn't wake up until 15 minutes before I was supposed to start work. So that's what I'm about today. I will preface with what I'm currently reading, and we're gonna be probably reading the majority of this week, and that is 2 books, which I don't always do, but I was started. Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. That is a massive book. If you don't know, it's 800 pages long. So I was reading that at the pool yesterday and I was having a fun time, but I just felt myself zoning out, and it's really, there's a lot of world building, a lot of names getting thrown at me already, and I'm like, I need to lock in when I'm reading this for sure. So I ended up wanting to pick up just a fun little romance. So I picked up Crimson River, I think that's what it's called. Yes, in the Eden series, I've read 5 out of, I'm now on the 5th book in that series. So that wasn't even really on my radar to finish, but I was just at the pool and I was like, what little romance book can I pick up real quick? And that was one I picked. So for Crimson River, we're starting this week on page 116, which is already 37% of the way through. So I'm sure I'll finish this real quick because I literally read all of that at the pool yesterday, and I do plan to go sit the pool again after I finish work and read for a bit. So then for Crescent City, I'm on page 110, and that's 15% of the way through. So this will be taking me a while to get through. I'm liking it. It's just, her books you have to lock in for real. So those are the 2 books we're in the middle of. That's how many pages I've read of them already prior to this week. So now we can start the tallies for this week. Well, good morning. I was about to run out of the door for work, yelling, and I forgot that I was gonna update you every morning on what I read the night before. So guys, I finished Crimson River. I was shocked that happened, let me tell you. I ended up reading 214 pages of it yesterday. Crazy. I mean, it is an easy romance, so I was flying through that bad boy. So it really didn't feel like I was reading that much. I think after I finished work, I went and sat by the pool for 30 minutes, read, and then hopped over to the gym, worked out for a bit, and then went back out to the pool and read again until I finished the book. And that was probably another hour-ish, hour and a half. Yeah, probably an hour and a half. So I probably read for 2 hours yesterday and finished the book. We stay on daylight savings over here, let me tell you. The fact it's now later, or lighter later, my life is actually already so much better and it's been like 2 days. So yeah, what I ended up reading the book 4-star. It was good, I liked it. I kind of want to chit chat to you guys about it later. Maybe like at the end of the week I'll just wrap up all the books, or maybe just later because I do need to run to work. But I want to say 214 pages, crazy. I promise we won't start the clip here every morning, but here we are again. It is now Wednesday morning and I didn't read a single page yesterday, so 0 for Tuesday. I feel like working a 9 to 5 and then we're just like having a busy life, and then knowing, I feel like in the week I have to be so selective on what book I have going because it can make or break whether I'm reading after work before I go to bed or not. And it was also like I had work and then I did annoyingly have like an hour in between work and then hang out with my parents that I could have been reading, but I didn't take my Kindle with me because I didn't think I would have an hour. So if I'd have had it, I would have read, but I didn't. But then tonight I'm gonna just come home after work and do probably the same routine low-key as Monday night, where I went and read the book for a little bit and then the gym and then vibing it. It was so nice because, as I said, I finished Crimson River. Right now the book I'm reading is only Crescent City, like it's the only one I've got going on. So, and that is just like, if I have a book that I have to like lock in on, I've just noticed I don't naturally then like pick it up a lot throughout the week. It doesn't always have to be a fantasy. It can be like any book. Yeah, like sometimes I just want, like before bed, it's like 11. I should be really asleep 30 minutes ago, but I want to just like quickly read something. It's like fall asleep. I'm not picking up Crescent City. That is a fantasy book that I have to lock in for. So that was kind of why I failed yesterday. So I might, when I come home later, pick up another book just to have going in the week, and then have Crescent City, and I just like will read that on the weekends maybe. We'll see. Hey guys, I'm at the pool right now, and I just want y'all to know I am really trying to read this book. I'm really trying to read Crescent City, but I don't know what is happening. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting like so many names, and I'm 140 pages in, so like I'm not even that far in. But I just like really don't want to read this. Oh my gosh, like I do, it's not that deep, otherwise I would stop reading it. And my cousin was talking to me about it because she just finished it, and she said that it was really good, but like, yeah, kind of takes you to like halfway and then you finally get a grasp on kind of what's happening, so not to worry. And then it's really good, like it is really good, so I'm trying to stay with it, but halfway through it's like 400 pages. Oh my gosh. Don't mind the dead flowers back there. I just got back in from the gym, so I'm down here about to stretch. But I want to update you guys real quick because on Wednesday, didn't tell you guys, I read 30 pages. Yep, 30 pages of Crescent City. I did try and read a bit more. I know I said I was gonna try and like just pick up another book. I was like, no, Naomi, just read that one. Like it's fine, it's fine. There's no other books. Like I'm such like a, when I start a book, like I want to just like carry it on. Like I didn't want to have to start another one and then this one just keep going. The 800 pages is so daunting right now. So I, yeah, like 40 pages of that, and then today so far I think I've read 25, so chugging along. Or it was 30 pages, not 40 pages. 30 pages on Wednesday, 25 already today. Oh my gosh, and it's 8:30. Oh guys, and I just like can't get into this. I'm actually so annoyed because I love Sergi. I love her writing, I love her other books, and I know like I'm literally 80 pages into a 800 page book. Like obviously it's gonna get better, obviously. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just love being able to like sit and binge a book. Like there's nothing more I want to do than just sit and binge the book, but I just like can't get myself to, because there's just so much world building happening right now still, so much like characters that you're learning about, and I'm not tracking that much of like who's who. I am enough. I feel like I always have to give disclaimers when I say that I'm not tracking, because then I feel like an idiot. But like I am enough, like I'm tracking enough. It's just like not as easy as to track as I feel like Throne of Glass was or Akatar was. There just like feels like more characters, and maybe there isn't, and maybe it's just because I'm getting to know them still. And I think it is always just that vibe too of like, okay, it's an 800-page book, so obviously it's going to take longer to get to know the characters than a 400-page book, obviously, because you just have double the amount of time in this one single book. So like, whereas right now, you know, we're 165 pages in, and I feel like I'm still learning so much that in a typical book you'd have already kind of been getting to the main, you'd be like nearly halfway, or if not halfway already. So it's just the vibe. It's just the vibe. Just always what it is. I think like people keep saying it's good. I mean, I've also heard people say it's not great. So like, you know, there's a bit of both. But I just don't think I care enough to pick up another book. Oh, like I wish I could. I'm so like it actually does not matter at all, but I just know I'm gonna pick up another book. Even though I read Crimson River and I was fine, but I just know if I pick another one out, for some reason it's gonna really let me over my shoulder. Being like, girl, you should just be reading me. Like, it actually doesn't matter. It's actually a book, and it's actually not whispering anything to me, but it feels like it is. Oh my gosh. I also think like none of the books on my TBR right now are like jumping out at me, like desperate to read. So I think that also isn't like helping me want to not pick up another book, or isn't helping me want to pick up another book. What to say? Anyways, moral of that story is we're still chugging along. I'm gonna have a shower and try and just sit. I don't know, I want to like either sit and read this or sit and do some coloring, something. I don't want to scroll. I've been scrolling so much lately, actually so much, so I need to go off my dang phone. Guys, I'm actually so excited. I just like randomly remembered that hey, audiobooks exist, and why don't I try Crescent City on an audiobook and see if I like it more. Now, I'm not an audiobook really at all, nothing against them. I just like never naturally want to like kind of have a book read by me in that way, if that makes sense. I would much prefer, like, it's not like I'm trying to fly through books, or like I feel like when I'm doing activities that maybe people would do an audiobook, I'm just like watching YouTube or something instead. So it just, yeah, I'm just not really an audiobook girly. But I had a feeling, I was like, let me try. And also on Spotify, you could scan. I'd heard that there was a new update that you could scan your book and it would take you to the page, or like the part in the audiobook that your book page was on, but I didn't realize you could also do it on ebooks. Yeah, so I scanned with my phone the Kindle page and took it straight to the track, because the tracks, I would assume that the tracks would just be split up like each chapter, but they're not, so it's fine. But with that thing, oh my gosh, incredible feature, because it just took me straight to it. And now I've been listening to it for 53 minutes. I'm listening to it on 1x speed because like there's so many names and a lot that I'm like still trying to, my water's boiling, so I'm looking over there, that I'm, especially now like hearing the names versus my like mispronunciation in my head that I was giving the names. And I don't think I'll listen to it more than 1 speed. But so yeah, 53 minutes and I'm loving it. It's also the dramatized, why the frick did I say dramatized? The dramatized adaptation. So there's like background noise. It is more than just a voice actress. And there's guy and like girl voice, there's like different voices for each character. And I am eating it up. Like, I'm loving it now. So that makes me really excited, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm enjoying it so much more now. And I'm like, wait, this is actually good. I'm liking it. And we also just found some stuff out, so I feel like we're like starting to slowly put pieces together. So yeah, I really feel like I'm gonna honestly listen to the majority of this book, because this is great. It says I've got 4 hours and 22 minutes left of the book, so honestly, not that bad. Not that bad. So I'm gonna go keep reading, go grab my food, and I'm also doing some, I was about to start coloring. So that is more the issue, is I think I'll just run out of things to do, or maybe it'll make me be productive to like do all these things that because I'm like, oh, I have an activity to do when I am listening to this. Guys, I'm gonna be like so for real and call out the fact that this book calls characters by their first name individually and then also by their last name individually. And Sarah, I ain't smart enough. I ain't smart enough in an 800-page book with multiple characters to memorize someone's first name and their last name. It is just, ow, I see my ring on my tooth. That felt horrible. I have just realized through, a scene that I'm listening to, that is what is happening. Because I kept just being like, who is this other person? I feel like it's different when you're reading it too. You can like maybe follow along better because you can like tell it's a scene. I don't know. But like something about listening to it, I'm like, oh, there's like so many people in these conversations. No babes. No babes. That is the same person. She called Hunt by his last name. And then I just can make the connection that, oh, she's talking about Hunt. Oh my gosh, this whole time. Oh my gosh. Love it. Second little note is that they say that word in this book so often. And I'm not like a prude, but I'm also like, I don't curse in my day-to-day language. Like it's not something I'm using on the reg or really ever. So then it's just kind of like jarring, obviously, when that's just not part of your vocabulary, I feel. And I wouldn't mind if it was like, you know, occasionally, but it's like, I mean, obviously I'm not reading the book, so I don't know how many it is per page, but it feels like pretty, like it's a word they're throwing around nearly every other sentence, it feels like. I'm like, guys, this just isn't adding, I feel like it's not adding to the story, but I think it's just how I feel about curse words in general. So yeah, that's just a funny little tidbit that, especially because I'm listening to it, I'm like noticing it even more. 2 seconds later, why is there a vegan character? I'm vegan, if you didn't know. So that was just actually so funny. This a fawn, a deer, whatever. I think it's fawn. And they said that they don't eat, so they ordered a veggie burger, no cheese, fries only fried in vegetable oil, and plant-based cheese pizza. Just was like, started cackling because what the frick? Why is there a vegan in this book? And more just like, why did they have her say a whole order? Like that was just so not needed, I feel like, in the plot. Maybe that fact will come back around. Maybe it will. But right now that was funny. That's a lot of this book feels like. It's just like I don't need to know what food they're ordering while they're at the club. Like I feel like I'm getting so many details that aren't necessary. But maybe they are. Maybe they are. Good morning. It's now Saturday morning and I'm here on my little page tracker to update you on how many pages I read. So Thursday I read 76. I don't think I said that. And then yesterday I read 56, which I'm actually shocked at because I was listening to the audiobook for like an hour and a half at least. And now I'm realizing like, okay, yeah, it's not as quick as I thought. Also, I did accidentally say yesterday, oh, it only has like 3.5 hours left or something like that. Yeah, babes, that's part 1 of 2. I didn't realize that the whole book is split into 2 audiobooks on Spotify because it's so long. So, yep, I've got like, what, let me see, probably like 3 hours or so left on just this audio. I've got 2.5 hours left on part 1, and then I have whole part 2 as well. So I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna fly through this. Like I can finish this weekend. No, I can't. But that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, like I'm in no rush. I'm really enjoying still the audio, so I'm liking listening to it that way. So if it just takes a while, it just takes a while. But I am gonna go hang out with my fam for today. It's gonna be chill. So I'm taking my books with me because I'm sure we'll have some downtime. So I wanted to quickly show you the new book I'm gonna start / like continue, because I did like soft DNF this I'd say a month or so ago. I think it's back in February now and it's March when I'm filming this, so yeah, like last month. And I got up to page 55 and I just like wasn't like super into it, but I didn't want to like, I hate DNFing books like when they're not dreadful. I just like wasn't really feeling it then, whereas I feel like now I'm like motivated to just like finish a book because I know Crescent City is gonna take me so long now that I'm like, oh, I think thankfully, because that one's an audiobook, I know I can like easily start now reading another book when I'm like reading 2 at the same time. Like I don't know, like I'm happy to read 2 at the same time, it's not a biggie, but I'm like, I'd rather just you know, I could just devote time to just one and finish it up sooner kind of vibe sometimes. So now I know I'm like audiobooking that, and it is gonna take a while. Obviously I'm not gonna not read another book now at the same time. So yeah, I picked this up. Hopefully I can finish it this weekend, just because, yeah, I wasn't really loving it. So it'd be nice to get it off my currently reading and have it finished. So yeah, that's that. I did not think this day would come, but we are nearly halfway through this book. I read only 38 pages yesterday, which is not as much as I thought, and that was all just listening while I was getting ready for the day or when I got ready for bed. So really not flying through it as much with the audiobook, unfortunately. It feels like it's gone so quick in my brain, but it's not. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm still really enjoying it, so it is what it is. And then yeah, I ended up hanging out with family. So usually on the weekend I do end up reading a ton, but yesterday I was actually out with my fam, so didn't read much, as I said, besides listening. And then today I'm gonna go to the pool for a bit with my sister, so I think I'll read a bit there, maybe start another book or do some other reading. But yeah, that's it for now. Time for my last update. On Sunday I read 56 pages from Crescent City. When I said read, I definitely listened to all 56, and I also realized I keep calling it just Crescent City. It's like a House of Earth and Blood is the actual name, Crescent City is the series, but I'm reading the first book in the series, so I just kept calling it Crescent City out throughout this whole video, but that's okay. And then I shockingly read 156 pages of the Frederick Bachman My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry book. So that was unexpected. Thankfully locked in, and I read a bunch of that, so that felt good. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good reading week. I finished only one book, but made a good headway on 2 other books, so that feels really good. I discovered that maybe I do actually like audiobooks and just the dramatic adaptations. So right now I think I'm like halfway. It's a couple days later when I'm filming this little update, so by now I'm like halfway through the book and I'm still loving it. I really feel like I'm gonna just listen to the whole series because that's just been really fun. And the couple times I've like picked it up and then like try and read it again in between, I'm just like not loving it as much, but I am really liking. So it's hard to like rate it because I'm like, I'm liking the story, but just for some reason reading it was just not doing it for me. But yeah, as I've said like 5,000 times in this video so far, I'm loving the audiobook, so love that. And then for Crimson River, that was the first book I read in the series, and I said I didn't update you guys on it. I'm pretty sure I rated it a 4-star. It was good. It's part of the Eden series, which is like an interconnected standalone like small town romance vibes. If you're familiar with like Elsie Silver, that kind of vibe, they're very similar energy. You're following, I think it's like a 6-book series where it's said, yeah, each one follows a different member of the Eden family. So you don't have to read them in order, but it is nice if you do, because then you're like, they do reference the other members of the family and different things that have happened. So it's cool that you like know more info about what happened if you read the books prior to that one in that series, if that makes sense. So I picked it up because honestly I was like, I'm kind of in the mood for just a quick, easy romance book that I don't really have to think about, because yeah, at the beginning of the week I was like struggling through Crescent City. So I just randomly picked that one up because I'm in the middle of that series, and then it did just that. But it was actually, there was like a mystery element to it and kind of a little spooky at times, and you're trying to like, they're trying to find this person that attacked one of the like little girls in the family. So trigger warning maybe, but it was good. Yeah, I liked it. It was fast-paced. It just, you know, it was a typical like romance in that aspect of things, but I did really like the mystery element. It felt like it was, gave it like a different element that isn't like typically in a romance book. So yeah, I liked it. I've just got one book left in that series, and I'm sure I'll read that somewhat soon. So yeah, I'm liking that series for sure. I flew through the first like 3, slowly read number 4 a few months ago, and then I think it was more like last summer was my moment, and then I just like fell off in the winter and the fall and winter. So yeah, I'll probably finish that up as we're getting into the closer to the summer months. And then the last one, the Frederick Bachman one, yeah, I'm still not really loving that. I am up to, I think I've just got 100 pages left now in real time, and I'm still not like, ugh. It's just like, there's too much storytelling within it of these like made up worlds, and I'm getting like a little bit more interested now, but I wanted to DNF it like so close to the beginning, and I'm not like sad that I'm not like happy that I didn't DNF, if it makes sense. Like I could put it down still at any point and be like, I don't really care to find out what happens, but I hate to DNF, so I'm reading it anyway. Like it's fine, I'm just like, I just know this is not a story for me. Like I just really don't like the storytelling aspect of it when, yeah, you're just following a did I even say what it's about? I don't think I did. You're following this 8-year-old girl, and you're like in her POV, and she just recently lost her grandma. Like you see their relationship for a bit at the beginning, and the grandma was like really fun. It like made up this whole world, like made up land, and there was like tension between like the mom and the grandma, and how like the grandma would treat the granddaughter, doing stuff like if she would have like a bad day at school. At the beginning of the book, it like the grandma takes the granddaughter to a zoo after hours and is trying to like break into the zoo, and it gets caught by the police. So they take her to the police station, and then the mom comes in like, why are we doing this? Like what is happening? So like you kind of feel like Granny is a bit crazy, because you're like, girl, why are you doing it? But then it's like, it shows that it's like, well, she's just trying to make the granddaughter feel like her day better, because she was being bullied at school that day. So she was trying to make her day better. Like there's layers, there's always layers to a Frederick Bachman book, let's be honest. And I just like, I don't really like kids in general, so just like the vibes of being in an 8-year-old's POV, like, ooh, it's just not my favorite anyway. And then like just a whole made up land, like, ooh, it's just like not my moment. I don't know, I just like, I don't want to say like a realist, because that just like seems so pretentious, but like, yeah, that is kind of it. So that is just what I'm feeling with that book. And the sun is setting as we speak, and this is getting so dark, so I'm gonna wrap this up, because I've definitely also been talking long enough. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, every week is different, so if you watch this and you're like, wow, you read so much more than I do, or you read nothing compared to me, all is valid as long as you're reading to the level that you want to be reading. That is all that matters. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.